Inequality is just like dealing with equation, except that you have to remember the following properties. If we add or subtract the same numbers both sides, then the inequality will be preserved. And if we multiply, number two, multiply the same numbers both sides of the inequality, then the inequality will be the same. It will not change. However, if we multiply or divide a negative number both sides, then the inequality will be reversed. It will be changed. So that is the only thing you need to remember. If you multiply a negative number both sides of the inequality, it will be reversed. Or divide negative number both sides, it will be reversed. Only that. Okay, let's apply the properties in these problems. Okay, we have 2x is less than equal to 8.
Is that your pen? No, it's not my pen.
This is just a one-step inequality, meaning we only need to remove the coefficient 2 here so that our x will be isolated. So the only thing to do that is to divide by 2.
I love to go 1/3.
8 divided 2 is 4. So that's it. Since we divide a positive number, our inequality is preserved. Let's go to number 2. Here, we divide a negative number. Now, since this is negative, our inequality is reversed. Positive divided negative is negative. 12 by 3 is 4. Number 3. Here, we multiply both sides by negative 4. The other side, negative 4. So that if we have negative times negative, become positive, and 4 will cancel out. Negative times positive is negative. 4 is common factor of 4 and 8. 4 divided 4 is 1. 8 divided 4 is 2. Here, to take away this coefficient, multiply both sides by 5. 5 will cancel out. To remove the 3, we divide 3. Both sides. 3 cancels out. Negative times positive is negative. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Or 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 times 5 is 15. Over 1, 15 over 1 is just 15. This is a two-step inequality, meaning one step, we remove the 3 here. Second step is we remove the coefficient 2 here so that our x will be isolated. Now we'll use the transposition. We transfer positive 3 to the right hand side. When you transfer it, the positive 3 will become negative 3. Seven minus 3 is 4. We're down to one step. It's 2. Next, okay, there's another 2 step. One step, take negative 1 away, and the coefficient negative 3. We move this to the right hand side. Negative 1 will become positive 1. And then we divide negative 3 to take away the negative 3 coefficient. That's a negative. Our inequality will be reversed. Positive divided negative is negative, and 15 divided 3 is. This is a multi-step inequality. We do several steps so that we can isolate our x. In this problem, we use distributive property. We distribute our 2 to each term of this binomial. 2 times 3, 6, including the x. Remember, this is positive here. Positive times negative is negative. 2 times 5 is 10. Copy the rest. Here, we're down to 2 steps. We need to remove our negative 10 and coefficient 6. Take this to the right side. Our negative 10 will become positive 10. And then we divide 6 reduced in number 2. It's the same thing, distributive property. Negative, and you know that is positive there. Negative times positive is negative. 3 times 2 is 6, including the x. Negative times positive, that is negative. 3 times 3 is 9. We're down to 2 steps. Move this to the right side. The negative 9 becomes positive 9. Nine minus 4. We divide negative 6 to get rid of negative 6. It's a negative number. Our inequality will reverse. Number 3. Distributive again. Negative times positive. We don't see coefficient here, but that is 1. That's negative 2 times 1, including the x. Negative times negative is positive. 2 times 3 is 6. We copy the rest. And then we move this to the left, the positive 6, it will become minus 6. Get rid of negative 2. It's negative. Our inequality is reversed. Positive divided by negative is negative. 6 divided 2 is 3. X is greater than negative 3. You can also write it. X is greater negative 3. This is already okay. Next number. We combine like terms. Okay, we combine the terms that have x. So we move our 3x to the left. That will become, this is positive, so that become negative 3x. We move our positive negative 2 to the right. That is negative, so it will become positive 2. This is gone already and gone. 5x minus 3x, 2x. 4 plus 2. Remove the 2. Here we have inequality with decimal coefficients and constants. To change our decimals to whole number, we multiply it by 10, since our decimal digit is only 1. If you have 2 decimal digits, you multiply it by 100, or 3, multiply it by 1000. Multiply it by 10, both sides. So 10 times 0.2 is 2, including the x. 1.2 times 10 is 12. Without the 2 steps, we move this to the right side, becomes negative 3. 9. We divide 2. All right. Next number, we have fractions in our coefficients and constants. Let's take that one. So make sure you know how to find the LCD of 4, 8, and 2. So the smallest number they can divide is 8, meaning we multiply both sides by 8. 8 times 1/4, or 8 over 4, is 2. You know this is positive times negative is negative. Of course, we include the x. This is positive times positive. Then 8 times 2 is 16. On the right side, we distribute. 8 times 1/8, or 8 over 8, is 1. And the sign is positive times positive is positive. And we include the x. It's not necessary to write down the 1. 8 times 1/2. We multiply the sign first. Negative times positive is negative. 8 over 2, or 8 times 1/2, is 4. Here we combine like terms. We can move our 1x to the left or negative 2x to the right. But I will do the negative 2x to the right, so it will become positive here. So I don't need to deal with the negative coefficients. Move this here. So minus will become positive 2x. Negative 4 will become plus 4 there. 4 plus 16 is 20. 1x plus 2x is 3x. Divide 3, both sides. X is greater or equal to 20 over 3, or you can write it as x greater equal to 20 over 3. Next, we do the distributive property. You multiply the sign first. We know this is positive here. Negative times positive is negative. And we know that's 1 as well. 2 times 1 is 2, including the x. Negative times negative is positive. 2 times 1 is 2. Distributive again. We know that it's positive. Positive times negative is negative. 3 times, that's 1 there. It's 3, including the x. Positive times negative is negative. 3 times 4 is 12. We combine like terms. I will move my negative 3x to the left. This will become positive 3x. And then my positive 2x, this one to the right, become minus 2. So negative 2x plus 3x is only x greater than negative 12 minus 2 is negative 14. That's the answer. Here, x number is the same, distributive property. Just copy this one here. Negative 3x, that's negative times positive is negative. 3 times, that's 1 there, is 3, including the x. Negative times negative is positive. 3 times 4 is 12. And then copy the 9. We simplify the right side. That is 3. And then we combine like terms. I'll move this here. This will become positive 3x. Negative 6x minus plus 3x is negative. The negative is bigger. Now we get rid of negative 3. We're dividing negative. Our inequality is reversed. Positive divide negative is negative. This is the answer.